it's Melanie. So today I have another top 3 and bottom 3 to share with you from Paula's Choice. I did a video exactly like this about a week ago, and I shared probably what are my all-time 3 favorite Paula's Choice products in that video. And today the top 3 products I'm sharing with you are also some of my favorites, but I would say they're not my all-time favorites. I could probably find replacements for these products elsewhere, but I love them so much. I continue to repurchase them time and time again. And then the bottom 3 are definitely, they're down there as products that just didn't work for me at all. So as I said in my last video, I have had a lot, and I'm talking a lot of success with the Paula's Choice skincare line. It is not the least expensive skincare line that is out there. I mean, most of the products are somewhere in the $40 to $50 price range, somewhere in there. So that's not cheap for, one skincare item. However, I have found that these products have worked for me in a way that a lot of other skincare lines necessarily haven't, at least for these specific things that I absolutely love. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive right in, just like I did with the last video with the top 3 products. And by the way, if you missed that last video, I will link it down below for you. So if you wanna check out my all-time favorite top 3, go to that video. But we are going to start with the Resist Daily Pore Refining Treatment 2% BHA. This is a BHA product that is specifically designed for combination to oily skin. What BHA does is it is able to penetrate deeper into your pores to help break up dirt, oil, bacteria, and to really keep your pores clear. This is a liquid product. As you can see, there's a little spout up there that keeps the product from just pouring out at warp speed, because it's essentially like water. You pour this onto a cotton pad and you run it over your face. You might feel some mild stinging, but it's really not bad at all. I will say I don't have sensitive skin, so keep that in mind. If you are a little bit more sensitive, you might feel a little bit more of a sting than I do, but it really, honestly, at this point, it's like nothing. I don't even really acknowledge that anymore, but I do want to warn you, if you do feel that at first, it's totally normal. So you put this on your face, and again, what it does is it sinks deep into your pores to break up dirt, oil, bacteria. That helps to clear up things like blackheads. It can also help clear up whiteheads or any pimples that you might have. Beta hydroxy acid for me is key to maintaining my pores at a blackhead-free status, I guess you could say. I used to get a ton of blackheads because I have very enlarged pores. I use the BHA 9 to clear my pores completely, and then I keep them clear with the maintenance of the BHA 9, which I showed in my first video, and then this on the alternating days that I'm not using the BHA 9. This is amazing, you guys. If you are someone who struggles with enlarged pores, you must try a beta hydroxy acid. So this is obviously a 2% concentration here, which is more than effective for me personally. I don't feel like I need any more. Works great at maintaining everything. It's a wonderful product. Second, another liquid, and this is also an exfoliant, but this is the Resist Weekly Resurfacing Treatment 10% AHA. So this is an alpha hydroxy acid. Alpha hydroxy acids are different from beta hydroxy acids in that they don't go into the pores quite as deeply. What these work on is surface discoloration like sun damage, melasma. They really help the tone and texture of the surface of your skin. So think of this, the BHA, as working below the surface and this working on the surface. So I use both of these products in tandem, not necessarily on the same days. This does say that it's a weekly resurfacing treatment, so most people use this probably once a week. I use it about 3 times a week. So on days where I'm not using this, I'm using this. Again, it is another liquid product that has a little pore spout on the top here. and you shake that onto your cotton pad, apply it on your face the exact same way you do as the BHA. Again, there might be some mild stinging. It's not bad. I love this product. It keeps my skin looking like it has an even tone, an even texture. It helps with any discoloration. If I do happen to get a bump on my face and I pick at it, which I know you're not supposed to do, but sometimes occasionally I'll just, like scratch at something. And if I'm left with a little mark, as long as I use this, that mark is gone. I do not have any dark spots on my face anymore. It's incredible. AHA does amazing things. If you have surface discoloration, you need to be using a product like this. I feel like an AHA is just as key as a vitamin C serum is in terms of brightening the skin. You must try this. And then the third is the Resist 1% Retinol Booster. Now, I used to use the 1% retinol cream. I'll link that down below as well. And I actually think I have a backup of that, but before I open that, I wanted to try this because the boosters are really nice. This is only 0.5 fluid ounces, so you don't get a ton. But the point is you use one pump of this in with your whatever night cream you're using. So for example, here in front of me, I have the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. You could put a pump of this in with your night cream such as this, work it into your skin, and you're getting the retinol benefits. And you're just putting it in your regular night cream or lotion or whatever. You can mix this with a hyaluronic acid. You can mix it with a vitamin C serum. Whatever it is that you are putting on your face, you can mix this in, and I've also put it on my face just straight up by itself. I don't know that they recommend that, but I've done that from time to time if I'm lazy and I just want to put one thing on my face that I know is going to make a difference instead of the full routine. I've just used this straight up and it was fine. It didn't irritate my skin, but once again, I don't have overly sensitive skin. But this is a wonderful product that is basically a retinol booster, which helps with cell turnover. It keeps your skin looking young. It helps just everything look fresh and as bright as it can. It really does help to exfoliate dead skin and just get rid of it and expose new fresh skin on your face. So I love the retinol booster. I will probably, once I finish this, I'll go through my bottle of the regular 1% retinol face cream and then go back to purchasing this after I'm done with that, because I kind of like that I can add this to whatever else, if that makes sense. Okay, let's talk about the bottom three. All right, I no longer have any of these because I've either given them away or in the case of one of these things, finished it and just haven't repurchased it. So I will of course link all this stuff down below so that you can go read other people's reviews on these products, because I think that that's really key. Don't just go by what I'm saying, because the things that don't work for me may work incredibly well for you, vice versa. So, okay, the first is the Skin Balancing Super Antioxidant Serum. Okay, so this comes in a little tube. This just did nothing for my skin. I remember using it for a few weeks and it just kind of felt heavy and silicone-y on my skin. Just never really seemed to sink in, and I didn't notice it doing anything for my skin. And so because of that, I think that I went ahead and passed that along to my nieces who are significantly younger than what I am. And I have never checked in with them to see if either of them liked the product, but I didn't hear anything bad. So my assumption is they probably have used it up by now. But yeah, it just didn't do anything for me. I don't know. There's products with Paula's Choice where I notice immediately that they're making a difference, and the ones that don't work, like I try and try to use those products, and if I don't notice anything, I just I usually end up getting rid of those products to either friends or family to see if it works for them. Okay, the next thing, the Clinical Ultra Rich Soothing Body Butter. Okay. It's not that this is a terrible product. It is definitely extremely hydrating. However, it's so thick that one, it's kind of hard to get out of the tube. It's in like a squeeze tube type of container, kind of like this. It's so hard to get out, and then it's so difficult to work that thick cream into your skin. It's one of those ones where you're rubbing forever just to get rid of like the white cast. It's obnoxious. Yes, it worked for my eczema, but it just was such a pain in the butt to rub into my skin that I never repurchased it. I need products that are incredibly hydrating, and I also need them to actually sink into my skin, and for it to not take forever for that to happen. Usually when I get out of the shower, I have a very limited amount of time to get ready, and so I can't be like standing there rubbing at my skin forever, and that was always the case with that product. I need to be able to get ready faster than that to keep up with Stella, so that was a no-go for me. And then the last thing is the Resist Weekly Retexturizing Foaming Treatment 4% BHA. Now the thing with this product is I actually did find that it made a difference in my skin. I would usually use it a couple times a week, but what I could not get past with the product, and I actually ended up throwing just the last little tiny bit of it away because I just couldn't take it anymore. It was the smell, you guys. It smelled, I can't even explain the smell to you. It was a combination of, and I've said this about another Paula's Choice product, it was a combination of like hot dog juice. You know how when you make hot dogs and then there's that juice that is like left, oh God, I hate hot dogs are so gross to me, but that juice that is like left in like the hot dog packaging, it smelled like a combination of that and basically skunk. I don't know what ingredients in there made it smell that way. The product wasn't bad. It wasn't expired. It basically smelled that way right from the get-go, and I am not the only person who had that experience. If you go take a look at the Paula's Choice website, so many people have said, good product, horrific smell. And no one from Paula's Choice can like say what particular ingredient gives it that scent, but it's awful, you guys. I struggled with it, and it was one of those products where when I would wear it to bed, Craig would be like, what is that? Like, he was like, that smells terrible. If you could just not wear that when we are in the same bed, that would be great. So some nights I would literally put it on like about an hour and a half before bed to see if the scent would dissipate. But when he would go to kiss me goodnight, like the smell would still be there. Like I'd be numb to it by that point, but he would be like, you're wearing the hot dog juice stuff. So that one is a no-go for me. Even though it does work, the smell, I can't deal. So anyway, those are my top 3 and bottom 3 for this video. I do have more products from Paula's Choice that I really like, and I might do more top 3 products in the future, but right now I don't have another 3 products necessarily that I don't care for. Everything else that I've ever tried has been a hit for me, and I've repurchased a lot of these items multiple times. So yeah, but anyway, I'll try to make another hits video maybe in another couple weeks. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Again, Paula's Choice is a little bit spendier, but I can tell you from personal experience, it's worth spending the money on. Another thing to note is that Paula's Choice is always 4% cash back on Ebates. If you're not signed up for Ebates, you must do that. I have a link below. You really must sign up for Ebates. It's 4% cash back for Paula's Choice, but now that we're getting into like the holiday shopping season, there's a lot of times where they'll do double cash back or sometimes even triple cash back. You can save a lot of money that way, especially if you're big into online shopping. So make sure that you're signed up through Ebates anytime that you are shopping for Paula's Choice products, because I've gotten a fair amount of cash back that way. Anyway, again, leave me any questions down below. Take care, and I'll see you guys in my next video.